Hey YouTube, what is going on? I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I want to be able to add to the Enlight App review that I did a couple weeks ago. In that time of like 7.5 minutes or so, there was no way I would be able to completely cover every single little thing in that app because there's just a ton of stuff to do. So in today's video, I kind of want to give a little bit more detail into what you can actually do with the app. Hope you enjoy. One of the first features that I want to clarify upon is called the mixer, and essentially what it does is it lets you be able to put many photos into, like mix a bunch of photos into one photo. So what you can do is, so let's go ahead and open the menu, and then if you go all the way down to tools, it is in mixer. And so, like, I don't know, like this is actually me playing bubble soccer here. Super fun if you haven't played it yet. Let's go ahead and go into my pictures. Oh, here's Mario. Let's just put on a little funny Mario amiibo here so you can shrink, pinch, zoom, all that good stuff. You can rotate it around with your finger just like you would. This is just for fun, of course. So let's move him over here. And then, so now let's say that you want to be able to put him in your picture more seamlessly so it doesn't look like it was just like two pictures in one like it does right now. So to do that, you just go into Tools, and then you click Erase. Sorry, it took me a second there. There we go. And then you can just erase that little bit around it, like so, and voila, you have just mixed in Mario into my picture. And then you can easily click check and then save. Another fun little thing that you can do with a mixer is not just in place random objects throughout another picture, but you can actually blend the scenery of another picture into that scene. So like, let's say for example, so here's my feet right here, right? So recently I was at a baseball game here. So what I want to do is I want to put it like as if my feet are touching the baseline of the baseball field. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and select that one. Of course, every person's photo will be different. We'll drag it down here. Let's make it a little bigger. Not that big. So there, and then we go to Tools, and then you want to go to this little option right here called Blending. Click that, and then you have a bunch of different options here for blending. You can increase and decrease the strength of it, like I said in the review. But what I really like here is one called Lighten, and pretty much it lightens it just enough to where my foot can still be seen, but yet I can move that photo. So let me just go ahead and move that photo up. If you realize, oh, I need to move a photo in a different spot, you're in Tools, you need to go back the camera roll, and then you can move it back like that. And then, of course, you can still increase it like that. When you're done, we want to check the original. There's the original, and then there's the new one. Pretty cool. Of course, there's a lot of different other options that you have besides that. So like if you have maybe a portrait, a close-up of a person, and then you want to be able to have a different background behind your head or something, that's the way that you do it. You just have that background, and then you put it go into the Tools, and then go into Blending, and then blend it with whatever way that you want. And then, of course, when you're done, you click the check. Super easy like that. Another cool little feature that I forgot to mention in the review was this thing called Target. I probably mentioned it, but I forgot to go over it essentially. It's a cool little thing of what you can do. So what it allows you to do is you get to target an area. There's a little symbol that says target right there, and essentially you choose a little area where you want it to be able to be exposed to changes. Then you can click the saturation on there, and you can have that little section, and only that section will be changed from the original of what you just did. That's the same with the contrast. So you can make some pretty cool looking pictures. Like I just refined the lines here of the bubble soccer thing there. So yeah, that's what target is, and you can essentially target any section of a photo and be able to change the exposure, contrast, and saturation of just that little section. And again, if you want to like change that little size area, you can always pinch in and pinch out and move it around wherever you want. And of course, if you have those changes that I have made, which are right there, you'll be able to see what those changes look like as you move around your target. So as I record this, I realized that I went into so little detail of what you can do, and I know I talked about the filters here, like the analog and the black and white and the duo and all that good stuff, but there was some stuff that I actually missed that was hidden in there. It's just crazy of what the developers did, and it's super cool. So I'm just gonna go into analog here. I know I showed you all these basic ones that you have right here, right? So you have all these tons of different filters that you can use analog wise, but what the really cool thing is actually hidden under tools. So you can actually change the color. I know you can actually increase all the coloration of it depending. So yeah, of course you have to be able to change the intensity first. If it's stuck at 0, then you're not going to be able to get any change. So you can change all that stuff and make it cool like that. And then like let's say that you only want a certain section of it, of that filter applied. So you can go to the wipe, it's already automatically selected, selected on there, and then you can just color out that section that you want without the effect. And you can always go back and check the original, and it is cool like that. And of course, if you want to apply it back, you click apply, and then you do the same thing, scrub over and over again. Voila. And finally, one of the last little features of Enlight that I want to kind of highlight, haha, I rhymed there, I know, I'm so great at rhyming, is that essentially if you want to be able to blur out a certain, like the surrounding area and then have it focus on one spot, that's what the tilt shift is for. So you go into tilt shift, which is, I'll show you back in a little bit. So you have radial, linear, and mirror. So I usually, what I've seen a lot of is the radial, where you essentially have the focus on one little object in the circle, and then everything else is blurred out. So like we found a duck that just was following us around everywhere. He almost followed us into the car. It was kind of funny. But so let's make that duck the focus there. So like that. And then you can go check, and then it'll do it again. And then the same thing for linear. It's just on a linear basis of where your focus is, and then everything else around it is blurred out. And then mirror, does essentially the same thing, except on like a certain little spot, which is within that white line. You can't really see that white line, but when you actually use the app yourself, you'll be able to use it, and then you click check. So now, when you're ready to finally export it, you can click this little button right at the top here, click that, and then you can either save the photo, save the session, you can mail it, you can message it to yourself, or message it to someone else, you can post it to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and then more will bring up all the other options that are available through the new iOS 8 features. And for save session, you can choose how many sessions you want to save. It automatically defaults to 10, but you can change the setting to more than that depending on your storage capabilities of your phone. Anyway, guys, of course, I'm not going to be posting that photo because, like, why do I need to post a duck photo? That's not really needed. And yeah, and once you get used to that is canvas, that's image, filters, all these names right here, you can essentially just move it over to the side, and now you can just see the images, and now you can see more of the picture. And that is all that I have for you guys today on Enlight. Anyway guys, that will do it for today. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up because that really helps me out. And also, if there's anything else that I missed that you would like for me to be able to cover, leave a comment down below asking me about it, and I will be able to try and find it and maybe answer your question. And of course, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!